What's up, everybody? Ben Razza here for OddsShopper, bringing you my favorite bet of the day, Saturday, February 11th, the day before the game. Of course, Super Bowl Sunday is upon us, but got only a couple hundred college basketball games on the slate. No big deal, and there's, of course, plenty of value to find. Dug through them, picked a game, and try to put a winner on the board, set the tone for tomorrow. If you're hopping in for the first time, welcome to OddsShopper. Free content here. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, be part of the community. We snapped the streak last night. We're going for the perfect week. That would have been awesome. IPFW didn't get it done, but if you're going to lose, that's the way to lose. It was not the right side. I watched the game. I regret betting them, and I like that. You didn't get unlucky, nothing crazy. You be better and you move on. Here we go. Let's move on to bigger and better today. Before I dive into one game, I have to tell you, Bet 5, win 200 in bonus bets over at DraftKings Sportsbook. They sponsor this video. That's what I use to put on the screen. Place a $5 wager on any market. If you're going to do it, if you don't play here, there is no better day in the sports calendar than today so you could get your money for the Super Bowl. It's that simple. You go to the link, put your wager in, and you get $200. You got to play responsibly. You got to be 21 plus in a legal state. If you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Zags at home against BYU. Late night game. I gave you plenty of time for this one. Late night West Coast action. Gonzaga's a 12-point favorite. Of all the games, I know some of you might say, there's like 200 games. You couldn't find a side. I do have sides, but my favorite bet today is the over in this game. Over 155.5 in the Gonzaga BYU game. Let's talk about these teams. We'll start with BYU. 16-11. They played Gonzaga the first time. They lost by 1 point at home. I don't really care about that, to be honest. In that game, they did shoot well from three. They had too many turnovers, and they couldn't shoot from the free throw line. BYU is actually a pretty strong defensive team, but they also play really fast. So it's a weird blend. Their scores are actually really up there despite being a defensively inclined team. You know, you want examples. They just gave up 92 points to Pepperdine. The 2 games before that, they scored 81 and 89 points. They have shown multiple times that they are more than willing to play very, very fast. And with that, even with solid defense, comes a lot of points. They've also shown, to their not credit, but like they played St. Mary's and the game crawled. Now that's, of course, St. Mary's dragging down the tempo. BYU seems somewhat indifferent. If they were on a neutral script, they would play pretty fast. Gonzaga is not anything remotely like a neutral script. They want to play fast, and they have one of the biggest splits in the country in terms of they are offensively not unstoppable, but fantastic, and defensively they're not a liability, but they're a lot closer than the rest of the top end teams. Gonzaga's 20-5. Not the best year for them. They lost at home. Of course, that's probably my fault. Snapped like a 70 home win streak. Other than that, though, they lost to Loyola Marymount at home. 67 points in that game. They lost by 1 point. Other home games around that, I'm just going to rattle off their point totals. 88, 100, 85, 120, 111, 115, 88, and 99 last time out against the Dons of San Francisco. That's a lot of points, and I don't see why that's really going to change here. Gonzaga is scoring an insane amount at home when they get in the kennel, and they're rolling offensively. These other teams, first of all, their only choice is to try to keep up with the pace in this game. If BYU tries to do that, I think Gonzaga is going to score 90 points. If they do that, you're asking BYU to score 66 points. I think that we can do that even in a blowout. It's not like Gonzaga's defense is anything special. In fact, it's not special at all. It's not great. So I look at this game and I think that Gonzaga is going to keep doing what they're doing. They're going to outscore teams. We saw it in the last game. Now, some of those games where they scored 115 points were against inferior competition. But BYU is a double-digit dog here. I think we're going to see a pretty solid version of Gonzaga. I'm higher on them than most. I think they're going to be just fine come tournament time. I'm not saying they're going to win the whole thing, but I definitely am not overly concerned about this squad. And at home, in this type of spot, 155.5 is just not enough. Now, it is juiced minus 115. It seems like it's going to tick up maybe a point or two. I still like it there, though. I want to jump on it right now and capture as much value as I can. But I'm going to put this on the card. BYU, Gonzaga, over 155.5. Too many points on both sides of the ball. Of course, again, hundreds of games today. I'm not betting one game. I'm betting a lot of games. There's no doubt about it. If you want to hop in the Discord, be part of the community. Just click that link below. You're in for 2 seconds. Your first week, 50% off. Super easy. I think it's a really fun time. And of course, get some extra plays. Maybe they win, maybe they lose. It's not even about that. It's just about building the community, having fun. It's always more fun when you're cheering these teams on together, sweating it out, asking questions, and just having a good time. But there you have it, friends. Thanks as always for tuning in. For me, for OddsShopper, for everyone. If I don't talk to you before the Super Bowl, have a great time. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you guys next week.